Hi everyone, it's about just after lunch on Thursday, 8th of July. Okay, I just noticed it's been almost a week and a half, 2 weeks since I made my last video, but nothing has changed, so that's why I haven't done anything really. Okay, so what's happening? Let's see what's going on. Okay, let me just quickly double check something here. From the 23rd of June, do you guys remember this video where I explained this whole very big flat WXY correction? Okay, very big elite wave correction with all the little three waves in the middle. And from there, I was expecting, remember, three waves up and then hit my box for a down, or hopefully reach the top at 40-ish, 43, whatever it is, and then come down. So what happened since then is, okay, so we came down and it did do the little three-wave bounce there, came down, and there's my lines, and this video is from the 28th of June. Okay, that's the one from 2 weeks ago, or whatever it is. So that is now, remember I got my lines there, and I drew those lines there for you as well, and I said, okay, so we need to break here and either go down, because that's a correction could be done, or we could go forward and move to the top before we can go down. All right, so that's all the lines you can see in the background. Now, what happened since then? Well, it did come down here, and I did mention a small bounce that's going to happen, and that came out nicely. But now, instead of just going straight up, it is doing another correction down here. So that's where we are now, all right, at this correction. So let's look at the chart and see how it's playing out. Okay, I'm not going to be telling you guys, oh, I told you so, or this guy's telling that. Guys, I'm just going to quickly show you what I see. I know we're all calling for bearish moves, and I'm still very bearish on it, but I still haven't seen my top channel hit yet. I still haven't seen my wave Y finished. So that is why, if I look at this closely now, there's about three we had, came down, looked for a small bounce, and a bounce happened. But instead of going straight down, it is doing another three-wave correction. So guys, to me, that signals a possible another three waves up. Okay. I know we're all saying it's bearish now, or a lot of guys calling it bearish and it's going. But I just want you to be aware of this because a very good possibility that we could still do that three before we get a new low. All right. So just be aware of it. That's I didn't warn you. If I look at the last drawings I made for you. Okay, so waiting for that to happen still and then come down. So I'm still waiting for this big drop to the new lows, and this is the only time I will be seriously buying into Bitcoin or any other cryptos because I need this down move before I can get new lows before I'm very bearish. Very bullish. I'll turn after that. All right, so that's what I see at the moment. Let me just recap. So we got our three. So I'm expecting this to be 1, 2, 3. So that's your W, X. And now I'm expecting another three. It must be in three waves to make the Y. Otherwise, it's ABC, which is a five-wave structure on the C wave only. But ignore all that. Just see if it's going to break this. If it can break these lows and continue down, okay, fine. Then we're definitely going to new lows. But I think we might still get this before we get those new lows. So if you're in the short sales, whatever, just make sure you got your stops in place because when it does turn around, it's going to take you by surprise. All right, so be careful. Ethereum, let me just have a quick look here. Hey, this thing is actually, I was expecting it when I got this box to either go or come down here. There's my other red line. Unfortunately, it went slightly higher into past my invalidation area and still made another high. So what is this thing doing? It's actually doing us what we call a leading diagonal. So from there, you got a scenario of corrections, and another move up to there before we can get the down move. But right now, it's a little bit tricky to actually call this one because of this leading wedge. In the big picture, I still see this as a sideways movement So I kind of still would like to see a low at some point, even if it does this same as Bitcoin possibly, then go down and then we get the move up. Um, but it's a little bit tricky. So just have your stops in place just in case. Litecoin, it's doing a similar thing here as well. So going up, instead of going crashing down, it is actually doing also the sideways correction. When it's overlapping like this, guys, I say to you, if this is down and that's overlapping, we should get a move again. But now it's overlapping this way again, which means we'll get another correction up. Only then have we finished the bigger correction structure. And once we get to the top here, 170-ish, then possibly another new low there, and then we can go for ups. You'll notice I always talk about new lows. Unfortunately, when something is correcting for a long time sideways, we kind of need to see new lows for the buyers to actually get in and give it that momentum. That's just what happens. XRP also supposed to give us, okay, there's my blue box, so it kind of touched it, and then it didn't come straight down like I expected to the 40 area. It's now doing also overlapping sideways. So we're going to have our A, B, C, probably to 82 cents to 40 cents drop, and then up. All right. So this has got lots of time to eat up. Same for all the others. I mean, SHIB is just doing nothing at all. Still sideways. Hasn't gone anywhere. Got a few guys excited with these little moves of yeah, still sideways. Only once you guys see this level broken and retest it can you get excited. Otherwise, new low and then up. Okay, so I'm leaving my lines in place from last month. I'm not going to take them away. I'm just going to leave them for now just to see. I like to keep my lines in place just to see if my analysis actually works out in the long term. Same for Doji. Would like to see that low still with up. ADA Cardano. This one I'm still looking for. Yes, I'm still looking for another low. Okay, so nothing has changed in the last 2 weeks, so that's probably why I haven't given you any more videos. So I just watched Bitcoin today. It might just, oh, wait, it might even started now. So be careful. What I was talking about earlier. Okay, so be careful. Have a look at this and see if it goes or not. But as I'm making this video, you can see right now it's starting to do something. It could still do, where's it now? 1, 2, 3. It could still do this little dip there and then do that for the big drop. But have your stops in place, you should be fine. Okay, guys, good luck.